Captain Asahi aimed the swell mistress true, her bow pointed toward the now vacant docks in Kokai, the city by the sea. My fingers gripped the railing so tightly, the wood might have splintered under my grip. While she had been a city bustling with commerce when we'd embarked upon this journey, only smoldering ruins lay sprawled before me now. Upon the swell mistress, I moved around the bow, away from the others who stood gaping at the land. What could cause this destruction? I mused, fearing any answer my dragon companion, Peru, might offer. Her words came to me in a sad rumble, in part a musing answer. The breath of the Ryu. I'm sorry, Minikin, but I cannot imagine a natural fire could cause such broad desolation. It acknowledged the worst of my fears. Heavy stones twisted and churned in my gut, and my temperature climbed with every moment we drew nearer to the shore. The planks atop the pier's rocks had been burned as well, leaving only the naked rocks. Asahi would have little leverage to tie off the swell mistress. The crew rowed below deck, and other sailors carried orders from the captain back and forth. Behind me, as if to answer my thoughts, the sailor Ashun rushed toward another. "Tow!" he called, a mite breathless. "Asahi's orders! Steer the mistress into the shallows there. We'll drop anchor." They both disappeared, presumably to command the crew working to land the mistress safely. I inhaled deeply. The smoke billowing from the building still some distance away burned my nostrils. Around the docks, ships that had once been tethered were now naught but floating driftwood, charred on the ends. No sailors or merchants moved about the once bustling seaside markets. I'd remembered this place, this sparkling city by the sea so fondly, in part because of the touch the stone lady Sarangarel had offered, lovingly and tenderly, juxtaposed with her persona as the leader of an otherwise hard people. Was she still here? Had she perished along with the once glittering white marble that had been scorched so deeply? I wondered if even the stone singers with their magics for bringing brilliancy forth within stone could return the luster. White flared at the edges of my vision, but I blinked back the urge to give myself over to the anger. "The green dragon?" I asked. "Hard to be certain, but Gwyn carries a wrath inside her that may make her capable of such a feat." But for what purpose would she burn one of Nantai's largest cities? No sooner had the thought crossed my mind than a new fear sprung to life. Karine? Could she have commanded such a thing? I hoped and prayed my sister hadn't lowered herself to such treachery, but I recalled Sarangarel's words. There are signs that the newest leader of the Nantai people has less pure intentions in her heart. My body started to shake. Minikin, do not let yourself fall to your anger and fear. Use it to understand and change, Peru rumbled. Mairynne, Ashun said. Turning to him, I blinked several times in rapid succession to see him clearly. Can you move there? He pointed. I need to move past you to drop the front anchors. Obliging, I turned from the sight. I flexed and released my hands at my sides. The night before, when Peru had flown and we'd seen the line of land in the distance, so much hope and relief had flooded my soul. I'd slept wonderfully once we'd returned to the mistress, dreaming of how peaceful Nantai had been. Cold and empty and abandoned seemed more appropriate descriptors for this place now. A place where I'd anticipated feeling the magic of my people coursing through my veins once more. Once they'd lowered the anchors, I went to stand near Father and the others. Yesu Chambui reached for me, pain written upon her face. She clearly offered comfort, and needed it in return.